What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? Double salute as always. You already know what it is. You already know what time it is. Fluence Boxing is in the building, and we got another reaction video for y'all. It has to do with Hasim Rahman Jr. It's a continuation to one of the open workouts that he had like a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? I initially dropped my reaction video on that. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Y'all was showing love on that crazy. So I appreciate it. So hopefully y'all show me the same love here. But I'm basically gonna look at some of the training footage put out from Rockman Jr. Apparently, in the title that was taken from this particular video, it's supposed to be him focusing on certain a combination that allows him to maybe get in a walk down KO combo on Jake Paul, or basically showing some of the power shots or power combinations he may utilize to set up for Jake Paul, right? You know what I'm saying? These particular titles, man, I take it with a grain of salt. They just putting something down so motherfuckers could click right. So fuck all that. We finna just watch this thing, strip it down to the bare bone, and I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what I think and what I see from everything that's going on. And now remember, y'all, this has nothing to do with me dropping the videos when it comes to the key ways for Jake Paul to beat Rockman, and vice versa for the key ways for Rockman to beat Jake Paul. I will be releasing those videos. It was supposed to be out Sunday. I'll be explaining why I wasn't able to drop it Sunday. I had the craziest shit happen to me. Make sure y'all tune in tonight for Fluence is in, because that'll be all out there. But you know what I'm saying? That's why I say notification gang. You feel me? Subscribe to the channel so you know when that good content is coming out or when some hiccups happen, because motherfuckers is living real life out here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. Let's go ahead and analyze it. And I'm gonna let you know if I see anything good, if I see anything bad, if I see anything great, and maybe we should be worried, because I know a lot of y'all is hoping that Jake Paul is going to be dethroned, or at least being put down, or all the hype is going to be stopped by Rockman Jr. I'm going to let y'all know if y'all could keep believing in that, or maybe if y'all should, press a little bit less when it comes to that particular idea, and maybe y'all got your hopes a little bit too high. I'm gonna give y'all the truth on that, nigga. I ain't gonna hold back. Hit the like button, boy. Subscribe to the channel. Roll to 5K before the end of the year. Show your boy love. You already know what it is. It's nothing but blessings, positivity, notification gang. Comment on this joint, because comments are the most important thing, man, because I need to know how y'all feeling about all this. But let's get into this motherfucking video. Let's see if we see anything new. Let's see if we see anything great. I'm gonna be 100 with you with the, from the last video that was dropped. I wasn't very impressed, but hopefully this is a little bit different. Obviously, this is in the same exact time period because he's wearing the same exact workout clothes. But sometimes it has to do with the drill. You feel me? Some drills don't translate as well with certain fighters. So hopefully we might see something a little different. I got the sound off because they got crazy music going, no copyright claim. But let's get it. You already know what it is. BlakGooseTV, Fluence all day. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Okay, so we got the jab working, double jab. What I like right here what I do like right here, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, from what I've seen from Rockman Jr. is he's very lazy when it comes to bringing his hands back, making sure he's protecting his face. I used to work with a Cuban, and he used to tell me, "You're gonna be as fast as you want," in his broken ass English. "You can be as fast as you want, fast as you want." This is not how he sounded, but you can be fast, fast, fast. But you got to bring it back. You got to bring it. The most important thing is bring it back to your face. Because if you don't bring it back to your face and you're not protecting your face, guess what? Amir Khan 2.0, nigga. You can be the fastest nigga in the world, but if you don't bring them things back to your face to make sure you're protecting yourself, you're going to get touched up. You feel me? So I do like what I'm seeing from Rockman Jr. Recently, is that he's respecting the fact that he needs to keep the hands up. He can't be as lazy and keeping them down. Because if you look at any of his recent, or not, recent, but previous training footage before this particular fight being announced, he wasn't the biggest. I would say he wasn't the biggest fans of bringing his hands back after throwing them combinations. So you see it here. I like that. One thing I do have a problem with when it comes to Rockman Jr., guys, and I'm gonna bring it back some, and this is why I think this is gonna be something that Jake Paul is gonna be able to utilize, and it's gonna also come up into one of the reasons why I think Jake Paul is gonna be able to knock out Rockman Jr. He's very square. His stance is square. So if you see here, you see his shoulders. You see those shoulders right there, guys. You see who is supposed to be simulating as his opponent, the guy throwing the little things, the noodles. That's supposed to be Jake Paul, right? Why are you so square? This isn't a good look. So one of the reasons that I'm scared for Rockman Jr. is because, one, is you're just now practicing making sure that you're using a traditional stance, right? A traditional stance right off the bat. I hate to be this guy because I always criticize these guys. But I'm like, oh, you're talking about such little things, right? I don't criticize professionals to the point where they're at the top level. If I see Terrence Crawford and he's flaring an elbow, if I see Terrence Crawford and he's throwing an overlooping hook, if I see Sean Porter and he's ducking too low and his knees hitting the ground, I see Danny Garcia, he's a little flat-footed. Those guys, I can't say anything because they're fundamentally sound. They've already worked out all the fundamentals. They've made sure the fundamentals are the basis of everything they do. And now that they fight, they've created their own style. When I see Rahman Jr., he's still working on the fundamentals. So when I see him now going away from a style that we've seen him, on a regular basis in previous training footage, he's always working the Philly shell. He's always keeping his hands low. It's very rare we see him in a traditional style. And now seeing him trying to work that, I'm looking at his elbows. Like, look at this position right here. The elbows are flared. He's not protecting his body. So it's telling me he's uncomfortable being in this particular position when it comes to throwing punches. He's not as relaxed. It's just he's not overextending on any. Well, not overextending, but he's not extending on any of his punches. This is supposed to be a fast twitch muscle drill right here. He's very slow paced with it. This doesn't look good to me. What this tells me is that Rahman Jr. is used to working at a particular speed that suits him. And if that speed is ever accelerated, if it's ever slowed down, he gets uncomfortable. So that is not a good sign to me. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Rahman Jr. does not look like someone who has been boxing since he was 12. He doesn't look like someone who's had 100 amateurs fight. He looks very uncomfortable in the ring. He's very squared up to his opponent. He's very slow-paced in a lot of the shots he's moving. His lead hand is very lazy. If you look at the lead hand, he went from, if you looked at earlier in the video, he went from having a traditional stance. Now he went to going back to his original stance. If you're going to have a Philly shell, then your lead hand has to be very active. Your lead hand has to be a sense of defense, a defensive mechanism. It can't just be a guy that's just out here and lazy, because if your lead hand is lazy and you just throw it out here and you leave it here, guess what? You have nothing to protect all of this. Because remember, we're not talking about a shoulder roll. We're not talking about the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. The shoulder roll, you're protected here. He's not using this. He's using the natural Philly shell. And when you use a natural Philly shell, you have to have certain athletic attributes for it to work. One of the attributes that you have to make sure that works, and when it comes to athleticism-wise, you have to be fast. You have to be very fast throwing out that hand, because you're going to be able to utilize it as a measuring stick and prevent someone from being able to counter off of you and be able to use the fact that you don't have any protection here. You have to also have range. You also have to have quick feet, and you have to have amazing and spectacular defense and counter reaction time. I see none of this from Rahman Jr. All I see is a guy who thinks he knows what he's doing, and he does know what he's doing. But the fact that he feels so confident in what he knows how to do, he doesn't back it up with the work ethic that needs to be in place to make sure all these things come in together so that he's able to utilize it to the best of his ability. He looks very lazy. Very lazy, very slow-paced. Doesn't look in shape. Doesn't look like this doesn't make any sense. Why are you guys recording this? Why is this being recorded? There's no way they should have recorded this. This is terrible. He's doing a double jab, a pull counter to a 2 with a hook after. And his pull counter, that's not a pull counter. You can't. A pull counter is your feet. Boom, boom, boom. Your pull is your foot being drugged back. It's not your hips being drugged back, mind. This is terrible. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm being 100% with you. Whoever the fuck is teaching them is hyping him up. This is terrible. This is not boxing. This is terrible. Look at that jab. Look at that jab. If I would have went to a gym and I'm throwing a jab like this, my coach would get on me. He'd be like, nigga, you 6'4". Why the fuck you not extending your jab? Why are you doing this? Extend your jab. Boom. Boom, boom. Throw your shit over. Have some motherfucking confidence in what you're doing, man. Sit down on your punches. And your lead hand, goddamn, bring that shit back to your chin. Why is your lead hand so low all the time? Why is your lead hand here? Your lead hand should be here. Boom, boom, straight away. Boom, 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 boom. My lead hand is always here. It shouldn't be resting here. I'm finna get knocked out. I'm sorry, man. Maybe I'm being a little bit too critical on Rockman Jr. Maybe I'm being too extra. I just hate what I'm seeing, man. I do. I know this is similar to the same video that I criticized on maybe like a week and a half ago, and I was just as critical. But it's just I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like the fundamentals I'm seeing. I don't like anything. It just like it's one of those things where it's like you can practice the wrong thing for 10 years straight in comparison to someone practicing the right thing for 3 years straight. And I could be the guy I could say, I've been doing this for 10 years. I know more than you. I'm better than you. I've been doing it for 10 years, but you've been doing it 10 years wrong. And the other guy's like, oh, that's cool. You've been doing it 2 years, but I'm very confident in the 3 years I've been doing it. And the reason why that guy's so confident in the 3 years he's been doing it, because he's been doing it 3 years the right way. Who are you picking? 10 years of the nigga doing it the wrong way or 3 years of the niggas doing the right way? I guess we'll find out. Let me know, BlakGooseTV family, below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Road to 5K for the end of the year. You already know what it is. Notification game. Appreciate y'all on the All Sports Nigga side of the game. I'll be back. But with more boxing, stay blessed, not stressed. Y'all.